Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a brand new pick-a pile for you guys, and we are asking the question, what do I need to work on? So this is going to be a very general reading. I mean, they're all general readings, obviously, but we're pretty much looking to find out what it is you need to work on, like I said. And this could be in regards to a lot of different things. It could be involved in your relationships. It could be your career. It could be just simply something internally inside of you, like your own internal dialogue within yourself. So we're going to take a look and see what it is you need to work on and hopefully get some insight on how you can go about that just to improve your life and make it the best that it can possibly be. So we have 4 different groups to pick from here. Pile number 1 is this cute little beaded lizard guy. And actually these beads glow in the dark, believe it or not. It's during the day right now, so you can't really see that, but he's a cute little lizard man. Pile number 2, we have this silvery, sparkly butterfly. So pretty. Pile number 3, we have an angel. You know, maybe your guardian angels are looking after you here for this reading. Have a special message to deliver to you. And pile number 4, we have this cute little girl who has a flower wreath on her head, and it looks like she's got, I don't know, what are these? They look like little apples or berries or some kind of fruit in a bowl. But she's just hanging out, chilling out here. So, all right. So those are your 4 options. Pick the one that connects with you the most, and we're going to get started here with pile number 1, the little pink lizard. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this adorable pink little lizard made out of beads, then this is the reading for you. We're going to find out what it is you need to work on. All right. We're going to unfold all the cards here and see what they have to say. Starting with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, we have the Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Six of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, continuing on here with the Divine Dogs of Wisdom Oracle, we have Passion, do what you love. Anger, feel the heat, then turn it down. And Harmony, get on key. Okay, and from the Moonology deck, we have Nothing is set in stone, mutable moon. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. And a new start is coming, new moon. And finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, oops, as I almost knocked down the camera. Oh, just make sure this is adjusted right. Hold on, you guys. Sorry about that. Got so excited to get into Jesus here that I nearly knocked down everything, which I already almost took out my camera earlier today. I don't need to do that again. Apparently I have fumble fingers or something going on today. Okay, Loving Words from Jesus, because a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, at least in my opinion, and Jesus has to say, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden. I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. All right. So right away, the first impression I'm getting from this pile is it's definitely a relationship situation that needs to be worked on, that needs to be worked through. So the first thing that I'm getting here with the Ace of Cups The Ace of Cups is kind of like this fresh new start emotionally. It's like an emotional offer kind of a thing. So it seems to be, now, this could be romantic, but it could be, of course, friendship. It could be family. It could be any of these things, but it's definitely a relational situation going on here. You're definitely headed towards a new beginning with somebody in your life emotionally. We also have the Devil here, which is usually indicated with a very toxic energy, temptation, that kind of thing. So it's possible that you've had some toxic behaviors, some toxic thought patterns, and just unhealthy ways of handling a situation around you in a relationship in your life. This can also indicate addictions and that kind of thing. So it's just looking like there's someone around you that you are dealing with right now where you guys have had some toxic patterns. It could be codependency, it could be addiction, it could just be unhealthy thought patterns, but there's been some dirt, there's been some gunk that you need to work through and work out that possibly has left you with some anger, some bitterness, some resentment. And, obviously, like the card says, feel the heat, then turn it down. When we do feel angry with a person or a situation in our lives, we do need to feel that. You shouldn't just stuff it down and pretend it doesn't exist. You do need to feel it. You do need to go through the process of having that emotion, but then you can't hold on to it forever. You eventually need to let go. You eventually need to forgive. And remember, when you forgive someone, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself, because you're freeing yourself out of a prison. And maybe that's a part of what this toxic behavior is. Maybe you're holding on to some bitterness and resentment towards someone because you still have anger towards them. And that could be what the toxic mentality is in this situation. So yeah, you may need to let go of that, because if we keep anger in our hearts, if we continue to let it brew and stew and build, it's going to turn into bitterness, it's going to turn into resentment, and that's going to be a lot more difficult to get rid of and deconstruct than just anger itself. Anger can actually dissipate and cool down pretty quickly on its own if it's handled the right way. But that definitely could be the situation here. You may be angry at someone and you may need to forgive them. And the other thing you got to remember when it comes down to forgiveness as well is forgiveness doesn't always necessarily equal reconciliation. You could just forgive someone and go your separate paths and you'll be fine. But, if you really care about this person, if they are, a close relationship in your life, maybe it's a family member or something like that, you may want to find a way to reconcile. And in this pile in particular, I do believe reconciliation is in store, because you have the Ace of Cups here, which would be a new beginning, a fresh start emotionally with someone. I think that, there's going to be a offer that's going to be made by either you or this other person, where peace is going to be made, pretty much. You even have this beautiful rainbow here, and a rainbow to me is kind of a symbolism of peace. We also have this bird up above here, which could be interpreted as a dove, like the dove of peace. So I think that there's some forgiveness that needs to happen in this group, and working past your toxic mentalities surrounding this person that you're dealing with, which I think involves forgiveness. But you do have a long history with this person, because we also have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is usually a very nostalgic energy. It can be connected to your inner child. So to me, this does say that you do have an extensive history with this person. And, if not in this lifetime, definitely past lifetimes you've had with this person. There has been a very long history. But I do believe that you can step into this Empress energy. And, the Empress, she's an embodiment of all the queens. She's passionate and charismatic like the Queen of Wands. She is stable and grounded and has a good foundation like the Queen of Pentacles. She's got every single quality possible. She's the mother, she's the nurturer. She's got it all together, bottom line. And you can step into this energy with this person. But the thing is, the Empress, she doesn't hold on to anger. That's part of what makes her the Empress, is she's not holding on to that. She doesn't dig in to toxic mentalities. So you got to drop that stuff. That's something that you do need to work on so you can get back into being that Empress who you truly are, and who I believe that this person likely sees you as well. So you can, get back to that nostalgic, good old days with that person, a fresh new beginning with this person. And, by doing that, you're going to find harmony. Get on key, which is kind of funny. You and this person have had a disagreement. If this was a music situation, you guys would be singing two totally different notes, totally off key, sounding absolutely horrible. If this was American Idol, Simon Cowell would be sending you home right now. I mean, not that Simon Cowell has been on Idol in forever, but you know what I'm saying. You guys are not making beautiful music together right now because of this anger that's happening. But once you drop the anger and the toxic mentality towards this person, you guys can reconcile and find your harmony, find your peace with one another again. And when you do that, you're going to have passion back in your life. I do feel for most of you, this is probably a love-connected relationship. I mean, you can have passion with your friends and your family and stuff too, no doubt. So, I do believe that, for a few of you, this may not be romantic, but for most of you, this is probably a romantic connection. And once you find forgiveness with this person and you're able to move past some of the gunk that's happened between the two of you, you'll be able to get on key together again, find your harmony and passion. And, passion for one another, passion for doing things together and just enjoying life together, doing things that you love together, and just simply being around this person and spending time with this person is probably a passion of yours because they do mean a lot to you. So you can definitely have those amazing things in your life again, but there's a big theme of forgiveness in this pile that needs to happen. Anger and the devil put together, it's not a healthy combination. Those are unhealthy thought patterns, unhappy emotions, that you want to let go of. You don't want to be carrying that baggage around. So with nothing being set in stone yet, tells me that, in terms of where this relationship will go, nothing is determined yet because you haven't made a choice yet. If you stay angry at this person, if you continue to hold on to those toxic tendencies with this person, it's not going to go very well. You're not going to have harmony. You're not going to have passion. There's not going to be a new start of anything. You definitely won't be the Empress. Those things aren't going to happen. But you can have all that happen if you make the choice to forgive and move on and unconditionally love and all those kinds of things. But nothing is set in stone. And I don't think anything will be until you make a choice. And chances are you probably haven't made that choice yet. If you had, you probably wouldn't be here looking at this reading right now. If one of the issues here is that you have insecurities, fearing that maybe you're not good enough to find a resolution with this person, or you don't feel good enough with this person in general, don't buy into that lie, because the truth is that you are good enough. And the Empress is proof of that. Someone who is in their Empress energy is by far good enough. I mean, like I said, she's like the supreme queen, There's nothing there to doubt. She's got it going on. So you definitely are good enough. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are loved. You are smarter than you think. You are stronger than you know. You have a lot of amazing qualities in you. And I do feel that this other person sees those things as well, even if you are at odds with them. And with a new start is coming with the new moon, that kind of goes hand in hand here with the Ace of Cups, that new beginning with that person emotionally, that, reset button, basically, the restart, forgiving one another and moving into a season where you can get along with one another and find passion with one another again. So you can have that new beginning, you can have that fresh start, but it starts with forgiveness. That is really the key here. That's the biggest thing that you need to work on right now in your heart space, is forgiving this person. And if forgiveness is a hard thing for you to do, spend some time in prayer. Spend some time in prayer in this situation. Put those stresses that you have involved with this situation onto God. Ask God to help you forgive this person, because you know what? All of us are flawed. All of us make mistakes. We all need forgiveness. So, if this is an area you're really struggling in to find a way to forgive this person, I don't know what it was that went down between the two of you. If they lied to you, if they betrayed you, if, they said some things to you that they didn't mean, whatever the case may be, you may feel that it is completely unforgivable right now, but you can't stay in that energy forever. And chances are there are some things in life that you have probably done to other people, possibly even this person that hasn't exactly been the nicest, where you need forgiveness as well. So, forgiveness is a gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So, if this is something that's challenging for you, spend some time in prayer. God will be the one to give you the grace and the strength that you need to get to that place where you are fully ready to forgive. And not in a way where it's just like, oh yeah, I forgive you, where you're just saying it, but you're still holding on to it inside. That's not true forgiveness. It has to actually be at the core and the depth of the center of your being, basically, in the middle of your heart. So that's what I see for you guys as to what it is you need to work on. You do this, it's definitely going to make your life better. It's going to make this relationship better and go in the direction that you would like it to go in. And you will see things in your life overall indefinitely improve. So I hope you guys found this reading helpful and it assisted you in some kind of way. If it did, please let me know in the comments down below. If it didn't flow, just let it go. But otherwise, give this reading a big thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of new videos when they are coming out and headed your way. Otherwise, keep sparkling, you guys. Have an amazing day. I'm sending you lots of love and much hugs. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this silver sparkly butterfly, then this is the reading for you, and we're going to find out what it is that you need to work on right now. All right, we're going to kick things off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot and see what comes out. We have the Seven of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right. Our loving words from Jesus card, because to me, a Bible verse a day keeps the bad vibes away. We have, peace be unto you, as my Father hath sent me. John 20:21. All right. From the Divine Dogs of Wisdom deck, we have success, honor your gifts. Action, seize the day. And boundaries, stay in your own business. And finally, from the Moonology deck, we have, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. And a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on here. We've got some action situations that looks like it needs to unfold. And we've got some cups happening here. So we're going to dive into this and see what's going on. We're going to start here with our cups. I'm just going to refer to the little booklet here on this deck just to double check on what is coming through here. But with the Four of Cups, it says, when the Four of Cups appears in a reading, it may mean you have a hard time accepting gifts or rewards. This card encourages you to move past your blocks and fears, to accept the happiness and love that others are offering you. Learn how to be open and more receptive, as you will feel more satisfied when you do. Okay, well that makes sense because, you know, this unicorn here has like 4 different cups sitting here. One is like literally being offered and presented to it. And like the unicorn kind of just looks like, what? Like, you want me to have this? Like, what? Why? Like, what's going on here? So, you know, it's possible that there could be offers being presented to you at this time, offers of love and joy, and you're just rejecting it like crazy. But we're gonna take a look at a little bit more as to what's going on here before we officially determine that. With the Seven of Cups, it says, so many sparkling choices. You are confused. Time to take a step back so you can see the big picture. Figure out which one has the best value for your whole self overall. Don't let the idea of having it all whisk you into regret later. You can have a ton of things, but not be satisfied on a spiritual or emotional level. Make sure you know what you want. Quality over quantity. Okay, well, this kind of actually makes sense and fits with the Four of Cups here, because with the Four of Cups, you know, this unicorn is being presented a lot of different offers. With this Seven of Cups, this unicorn is looking at a lot of different choices. So I think we have a good combination of both of these things happening for you right now, where you likely have a lot of different choices, a lot of different options happening right now. I do feel for this pile specifically, this is definitely a relationship situation. It's definitely probably a love situation. Pile number 1 was also a relationship thing, a love thing. You know, I never know what's going to come through when the cards first come out. You know, sometimes it could be like, oh, this is, you know, a career type of thing or whatever. This is definitely not a career kind of thing. You know, cups, of course, are usually connected to relationships and emotions. So for you guys, I'm definitely feeling that this is a relationship thing. So yeah, it seems like you have a lot of different offers coming your way, a lot of different, like, kind of amazing offers too. You know, some may be better than others, you know, some may be more legit than others, but you have a lot of different offers coming your way, a lot of different options, they're being presented to you, but you're kind of just like not interested in any of them. And I think that this is the reason why, because we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is an indication of heartache, heartbreak, you know, just not being in a good place emotionally, you know, stormy clouds and not feeling great, you know, just heartache, heartbreak. So it's possible at this time you may be feeling heartbroken. Maybe there was a situation that didn't go so well and didn't work out for you. And, you know, maybe you recently went through a breakup with somebody, and now that you're free and you're single and you're no longer with this person, it's like, all these suitors are coming out of the woodwork. They're just like, hey, so-and-so's free now. Like, now's my chance. I'm going to ask them out or whatever. And you're like, nah, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And it's probably because you're still healing a broken heart, which actually, from that perspective, like, that's kind of smart. You don't want to go into a new relationship with somebody else if you're still, nursing a broken heart, if your heart is still attached to somebody else, even if you're not with that person anymore. Like, that's not fair to you. It's not fair to the new person. It's not fair to anybody involved if you get involved with somebody new and you're still in this place. But I don't think you're going to be in that place forever, because we also have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is, basically one pentacle short from the Ten of Pentacles, which is, ultimate fulfillment and ultimate happiness and everything. So I do think that this will be on the way for you. But it seems like right now, you just need to do some healing. I think that's the main thing right now. Like, if this is your group, you're going to know if you have a broken heart, and you're going to know if you're not ready to get back out there and take these offers and a date and meet and see new people. You're going to know. And that's okay. And I think that, like, that's the big thing for you guys here, is healing your heart. Heal that Three of Swords. Heal your broken heart right now. Because when you do, and you move your heart into a better space, a more open and receptive space, you're going to move into that Nine of Pentacles, and you're going to, basically reach a point where you're going to have a lot of fulfillment and a lot of joy and a lot of success, Honor your gifts, success. So this card is basically telling me that even if you do have a broken heart right now, you definitely won't have a broken heart forever. You can heal this. You can get past this. It is going to be better. One of the ways that you can do that is putting up healthy boundaries. Maybe your previous relationship, there wasn't a lot of healthy boundaries involved. Maybe you just kind of let that person walk all over you, use you and abuse you, kind of a thing. So maybe you've learned how to put up healthy boundaries, and it's okay to have those boundaries up right now if your heart is still in this place where it's still kind of bleeding out and you're still healing. Like, that's totally okay. You don't have to accept these offers that are coming your way right now if you're truly not ready for them. So it's okay to have some boundaries. It's okay to say no to people. And, when you say no, you don't have to give people a reason either. Like, a lot of people, especially if you're an empath and, you care for others and you care for their well-being and everything, a lot of the times, we want to try and think of, like, a good reason, a good excuse. We want to, like, validate why we're saying no. But you know what? No is a complete sentence. It is a complete phrase. It is a complete word. It's a complete everything. You don't have to explain any more than no. And if the person who is bringing to you these offers, if they're truly a good person, and if they truly care about you and really want to pursue something with you, they'll understand that and they'll accept that, and they'll be like, okay, I get it. You just came out of a bad situation. You're not really ready yet. That's okay. I respect that. I'll be here whenever you're ready, kind of a thing. So it's funny because we do have two action cards here. We have Action, Seize the Day from the Divine Dogs, and we have It's time to take action, New Moon in Aries. Now, for me, this tells me two possibilities here. You may fall in one of these two categories. Either number one, you are, still very brokenhearted, obviously, and you're still working on healing your heart. The action for you is to keep doing that, to keep working on your healing, keep working on taking care of yourself and feeling better every day, and taking care of that broken heart. So that's your action if you're group number one within that. Group number two, you may already be moving past some of this Three of Swords energy and feeling brokenhearted. You may be moving into a place more so where you're ready for the Nine of Pentacles, where you're ready to, like, have this luxury and this goodness come into your life. Now, if you are ready, then take action and accept one of these offers that's coming in, because I definitely feel like there's a good person that's coming your way, like a good new beginning in love for you that's going to be beautiful and amazing and good. And, you know, perhaps the person that you were with before was just a catalyst to, you know, propel you into something better with somebody else who's going to be like a million times better for you. So, you know, if you are moving out of this broken heart energy, if you are feeling your heart heal and you're starting to feel more whole, it is time to take action in terms of accepting these offers and giving new love a shot. So you're either taking action in terms of pursuing your healing, pursuing and taking care of your heart and making things better for yourself. Or if you've already done that work, you're taking action in terms of accepting these new offers, meeting new people, exploring the possibility of new love, and getting out there so you can have success, so you can have your Nine of Pentacles. Now we also have look at the bigger picture, and it's a win-win outcome forecast. So, you know, once again, if you're in this brokenhearted place right now, just remember it's not going to last forever. You know, I get it. It hurts. It sucks. It's not fun with where you're at right now, but you're not going to be there forever. Everything in life is temporary. If things are really good right now, be thankful and be mindful of what you have, because eventually things are going to fall apart at some point with something, and you're going to have a challenge come up in your life you're going to have to go through. If you're in the middle of a challenge, if you're in the middle of heartache and heartbreak and not so good stuff, you know, you can only go so low for so long. There's a point where you hit rock bottom, and there's only one place to go from there, and that's up, and eventually you're going to have to do that. So if you have a broken heart, it is going to heal. It is going to get better. And, you know, if that heart is already healing, and if you may be ready to start accepting some of these offers, you're going to be blown away. You're going to have your socks just blown off your feet, basically. Like, there's going to be some good stuff coming along. It's going to be a win-win for you. It's going to be a win-win for that other person. It's going to be a win-win all around. And one of the best ways to do that is to look at the bigger picture. You know, if your heart is still healing, look at the bigger picture. Look at what your previous relationship may have taught you, the different lessons that you experienced, how you yourself may be a better and stronger person coming out of that situation. You know, look at the bigger picture of, you know, how there may be somebody out there who's even better for you. You know, if you know who this person is who's like actively pursuing you, you know, think about the possibilities with that. That doesn't mean you have to like accept that right now or anything, but, you know, just entertain in your mind at least all the different possibilities, all the different scenarios, because there's a lot of great things that may be coming down the road your way. And, you know, most importantly, when we're having heartache, it's difficult to remember having peace within our heart. But just remember, you know, spend time in prayer, connect with God, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's not us who heals ourselves. Like, I know that's a really big phrase, especially within the twin flame community, like, oh, heal yourself, blah, 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 blah. Truthfully, I don't think there's not one time in my life I have ever healed myself. The only way I have ever actually healed was by coming to God and submitting my problems onto Him, surrendering my own insecurities and ego and issues and all that kind of stuff, and allowing Him to come into my heart and allowing Him to be the one to do the healing. And He was the one who ultimately brought me that peace. And you can find that peace too, for sure. 100%. Just keep healing this broken heart, and you'll be surprised. There may be some pretty exciting offers that are coming your way or are going to be coming your way. So that's what I see that's going on with you guys. I know that's kind of a lot to work on, especially when you're dealing with a broken heart when you're, feeling down and out with that kind of thing, but you guys can definitely get through it without a doubt. But yeah, that's what I see for you guys right now as to what you need to work on. If this message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. Otherwise, hit the notification bell and, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That would be amazing and awesome and totally help me out. And also give this video a thumbs up. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this cute little guardian angel here, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to find out what it is you need to work on right now. All right. We're going to start off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot and see what comes through. Judgment, Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay. Moving on to the Divine Dog of Wisdom cards, we have Guilt, turn off the alarm. Victimhood, take responsibility. Endurance, keep your eye on the ball. From the Moonology deck, we have Bring love into the situation, New Moon in Aquarius. Be bold and make the first move, Cardinal Moon. And step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Sounds all the same. All right. And finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because at least in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, we have, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world, Matthew 28:20. Okay. Well, let's dive into this here and see what's going on. We're going to start off with our tarot cards here, and we're going to take a look at what some of these may mean putting them together. I'm going to take a look in the book here, the Crystal Unicorn book, just because every tarot card group is a little bit different depending on what's going on. I'm trying to find Judgment here, just because I think we have a really interesting combination that kind of came out. It's not like it was like a whole bunch of stuff that's super similar. Why can I not find Judgment? I see Justice, but I'm not seeing Judgment, which I think they're kind of close. There we go. Judgment. Found ya. Okay. Judgment. Karma is happening right now. There is a debt that you are paying, and with that, you will start with a clean slate. Use the energy of the fluorite crystal to help you be aware of what lessons you are learning and ascend to the next level of the journey. Keywords: karma, absolute decisions. Okay, so you could be working out some karma-related contracts here going on. I'm getting kind of the feeling this may be a relationship situation. The past couple of groups were also relationship situations. I don't think this is any different. I think this is going to be another relationship situation, but let's keep diving in, see if I'm right. Not Nine of Wands. Why was I going to say Nine of Wands? That's so weird because we have Eight of Wands. I don't know where that came from. There's not even the Nine of Wands that came out. Maybe it wants to. Who knows? Okay. King of Wands. Or King of... I keep wanting to say Wands. Why am I stuck in Wand land? Okay. We want swords. Probably because I was looking at swords. I'm a little all over the place here, apparently. Okay. Swords, swords, swords. King of swords. Or not King of swords, Knight of swords. I can't get any of my words right. All right, Knight of swords. Got the right thing. Charging fearlessly into battle. This unicorn may look a bit impulsive, but he is skilled and knowledgeable at finding the direct path to victory. When this card appears, you need to act mindfully and swiftly. Keywords: alert, rash, opinionated. Okay. Now we're going to look at some wands here. I'm going to go back here a little bit and look at the... I'm sorry if you hear my phone. All of a sudden, I'm in a group chat right now, and it just started blowing up out of absolutely nowhere. It was quiet all day, and of course now when I'm filming, it wants to just blow up. Okay. Eight of Wands. Momentum is on your side. You can see the finish line, and things seem to be moving along faster than you thought. Awesome things are about to happen to you. The good things are coming your way. Keywords: action, cruising, movement. Okay, so we definitely have some movement energy, but then we have the Hermit, which I don't even need to necessarily look at, because we all know that the Hermit is about going within. It's, kind of spending time in prayer and meditation. It's not a card that implies a whole lot of action, but we seem to have a lot of action between the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So we've got two cards confirming action, one that's kind of about going within, and one that's dealing with karma, basically clearing up karma. So, okay. Let's see. Well, what I'm seeing for you guys is one of two possibilities. Either, number one, you have been in a karmic relationship with somebody where the relationship wasn't very good, and it's time to move on and move past that situation with that person and into something new. Or you could be somebody who is involved with someone who is the perfect person for you, your other half, your soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, however you want to put it. But you've been dealing with some karmic cycles, dealing with this person, some, garbage that needs to be flushed out and, done with, wrapped up and everything, so you can move into a better phase, a better cycle, dealing with this person. So it seems to be there has been some guilt in the situation. So either you or the person that you're involved with has felt some guilt about things that, have either been said or have either been done between the two of you, which has felt one of you feeling like the victim, or maybe both of you. Either way, it seems like there's somebody here who definitely needs to take responsibility, which would be clearing up the karma here. For most of you, I'm feeling that this is definitely like a divine counterpart situation, your twin flame, your soulmate, the person who's right for you. I don't feel that for many of you, this is like a karmic person that just needs to go away and wrap things up with, although it is possible. You're going to know for yourself, which one you fall into category wise. But one or both of you could be feeling guilty about things that have been said, things have been done. Somebody's definitely playing the victim here when they shouldn't, and they should definitely step up. And both of you could be feeling like the victim in the situation. Both of you could be, pointing fingers at the other person, like you did this and you said that. And, it could just be like a lot of unnecessary bickering that doesn't even need to happen. Like you both just kind of need to drop the pride here. The pride, which is probably like this karmic cycle that's been there. Stop feeling guilty over things and move forward. Because, truthfully, you guys have the endurance to make this relationship work. Keep your eye on the ball. And in this case, the ball is your relationship. The ball is the love between one another. The ball is, where you want to go with this person, your future, whether you want to marry this person or have children with this person or, just create an amazing life together. You got to keep your eye on what you ultimately want with this person instead of all this petty stuff, because I don't get the feeling that whatever this stuff is, it's not anything major. It's trivial stuff, honestly. It's like crying over spilt milk stuff. So the best way to get past that and to get through that is to go within, go inside yourself, spend some time in prayer, spend some time in meditation, spend some time with God, because God is with you. He is with you always. So, spend some time with the man upstairs and sort things out for within yourself. So that way then you no longer have to feel guilty. And that way then you can figure out the ways that maybe you have played a victim in the situation to drop your pride and clear out the karma in the situation. Because once you clear out that karma, you both can move forward into something better. But I definitely wouldn't move forward into something with this person at this time, at least if you're still feeling, like you're the victim and, kind of blaming them for certain things and stuff like that, because it's just going to escalate and it's just going to make things more difficult and harder. So you got to kind of break down things going on within your own heart. And, I forgot which pile it was. I can't remember if it was pile 1 or pile 2. But there was another pile, one of the earlier piles. If you felt drawn to one of the earlier ones, there was another one that dealt with forgiveness. Like forgiveness was the big issue that had to be worked out. And I'm seeing like a very similar kind of thread here. So if you chose that pile and then you came to this one and you also felt drawn to that one, there could be like an overlap here in those energies, because I'm definitely sensing, there's got to be some forgiveness. The best way to learn how to forgive is to go within, go into that hermit mode, kind of, get reflective and spend some time in prayer. So that way then you can forgive them. You don't have to be a victim anymore in this situation. You can drop the petty bullshit, because I definitely feel that this is petty. This is definitely not something major. This is not abuse. This is not someone who's cheating. This is nothing like this. This is stupid stuff like, you didn't take the garbage out when I asked you to, kind of crap. Like, it's seriously, it's petty. So it's not worth holding on to this karma. Like, there are such bigger problems in the world. This is like first world problems going on in this pile. It's really not a big deal. I mean, we got the dog with the spilt garbage. That's what you're crying over. It's spilt garbage. Like, just pick it up, put it back in the bin, and take it out to the trash. Like, it's not a big deal. So anyway, we have bring love into the situation, which definitely goes to show me again, once again, this is a love-related situation. And unconditional love is one of the ways that we forgive other people. That's a part of unconditional love. So you got to start breaking down whatever cold, chunky things may be in your heart. Start melting that off. Start melting that down by going into hermit mode, so you can bring love back into the situation. There's no reason not to. Be bold to make the first move. I think that definitely says, be bold to make the first move in terms of forgiving. Be bold and make that first move in terms of no longer being a victim. Take responsibility. Taking responsibility is a way to make that first move, and if you're the bigger person first, if you take the high road first, and maybe you take action with the 8 of Swords here, with the Knight of Swords. If you take action towards this person in a loving way, and you tell this person, what, I see where I was wrong in this situation. I see how I was flawed, how I have my errors in this situation. I'm really sorry. I didn't consider you. I didn't listen to you. Even maybe propose to this person, like, what can I do next time to make this better? How can we work through this? If you come to that person in a very open and honest way like that, where you genuinely take responsibility for your part in the mess, I can guarantee you they're going to be very receptive to that, and they're going to come back at you saying, you know what, I'm sorry too. I take responsibility for my end in this. There were things that I did that were wrong. I was at fault for stuff too. Yes, I love you. I care about you. Let's work through this. And you guys are going to find a way to do it. So step out of your comfort zone. Maybe admitting your fault in this, getting past your victimhood, getting past the guilt in the situation, maybe that's stepping out of your comfort zone for you. Maybe you're not used to doing that. Maybe you're just used to holding on to bitterness and resentment, and that's more comfortable for you. But you know what? When you hold on to bitterness and resentment towards somebody, especially over little things, it just destroys yourself and your relationship. It's the whole thing of you're drinking poison and you're hoping that your enemy dies. And it doesn't work like that. So this may be uncomfortable for you to do, this whole concept of doing this and, letting your guard down. But it's better to learn how to do those things over small things, because if you're able to do that in the small stuff, later on, you're going to be able to do that in the bigger things in life, where it's just like, whoa, this is really huge. And hopefully you don't have any of those situations where it's like a really huge mess, but you don't want it to become a huge mess. So it's best now to take responsibility and clear the karmic cycle here of whatever it is this little dispute is, because I promise you it's nothing major. You guys have the endurance to get through it. Spend some time in prayer and meditation, and you can get to that place where you're ready to forgive them and take action and have that love come into the situation. And, it may be you who has to make that first move. This very well could be an issue of struggle for the other person as well. This could be something that you guys mirror with each other, that you guys are both learning how to grow and work through together. So it's going to be good for the both of you in the end. So for this group, for pile number 3, I would say for you guys, definitely working on forgiveness is a key thing for you. Taking responsibility for your part in something that has fallen apart and helping put it back together. I do believe that the person that this is connected to, they do love you. They do care about you. I think that they want this resolved just as much as you do, but you both need to start taking higher ground. You both need to start being the bigger person and start listening and understanding one another. Listen to each other with the intent to listen, not with the intent to speak over that person or to say, oh, well, I got a point to counter what you're saying. Don't do it with that kind of perspective. Do it to genuinely listen to them, because you may learn something new and you may see something in a completely different way that you never thought of before. And you could even be pleasantly surprised. You never know. So that's what I see going on for you guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated and made sense. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did, please let me know with a comment down below. Otherwise, give this video a big thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of new videos when they're coming out. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I'm sending you guys lots of hugs and much love. Hi, pile 4. If you chose this cute little girl with a flower wreath on her head, holding the little bowl of fruit, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to find out what it is you need to work on right now. starting out with the Crystal Unicorn deck, we have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Okay. Moving right along here, from the Divine Dog of Wisdom deck, we have openness, embrace the possible, allowing, let it to happen, and rest, take a time out. From the Moonology deck, we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. We have conclusions are within reach, full moon in eclipse, but it was in reverse. And emotions are running high, supermoon. And finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. Jesus says, seek and you shall find, Matthew 7:7. All right, that's a pretty good mixture of stuff going on here. We've got some wands, we've got mostly wands, and we've got one pair of swords there. So let's look at what's happening with your swords first. Let's see, we have the Four of Swords. And according to the Crystal Unicorn Tarot book, this is what it says in regards to the Four of Swords. Time out. It's time to rest and replenish your energy and body for the next step. You've got to restore yourself and return to your roots before moving forward, or you will get burnt out. Take some time to meditate, sleep, yoga, or even go to the spa. Set aside your amethyst sword for now and rest your awesome self. Keywords: replenish, revive, rejuvenation, which makes sense. I mean, if we take a look at this unicorn here, this unicorn looks like it's kind of like chilling on a yoga mat or something like that, but it's just relaxed. It's at ease. It's just, it's chill. It's cool, which actually kind of makes sense with some of the other energies that are coming through here in these cards. So, the Ten of Wands, we have this unicorn that is carrying a lot of wands all by itself. And, when I look at the Ten of Wands, basically I'm seeing a unicorn that's doing a lot by itself. This is carrying a lot of burdens, carrying a lot of responsibilities, just carrying a lot of things on your shoulders in general. And, this is kind of a signal that, you need to share the load. You need to not carry the weight of the world on top of you. It's too much. So there's definitely something going on where you need to not carry so much as to what's going on and, just lay down and relax. Stop taking on so much. And then we also have the Two of Wands, which is usually being stuck between two choices. And, this could be a choice that you need to make, having some time out, having a time to rest. And I feel like this could be in regards to a lot of different things. For some of you, it could be like your actual workload at work. You may be overworking yourself and working extra hours or something like that. We are in the middle of a pandemic right now. So, people's financial situations are all kind of goofy and all over the place. So if you are able to work, you may be going overboard, working more than you usually would, simply in a sense, maybe even out of fear of lack, a fear of what may come in the future with everything dealing with the pandemic. So that could be a part of it for some of you. For some of you, it could also be relationship-wise. You could be making a decision, not necessarily between two people. That's not what I'm getting here, but, kind of a decision on whether you want to like keep carrying all these burdens involved in the relationship. You may just need to kind of like go with the flow. Like maybe whoever it is that you're involved with, whoever it is that you're connected with, maybe you've been the one who's been doing like all the pursuing and all the chasing here and putting in all the effort and all the time and attention in this relationship. And it may be just simply time for you to relax. I know a lot of divine feminines like to come and watch these pick-a-piles and readings and stuff. And the thing is with feminine energy is very receptive. I don't want to say that feminine energy doesn't do anything, because it does do something, but it is more of a receptive energy. It's something that's much more fluid. It's much more go with the flow. There's a lot more rest that comes into it. So you do need to rest. You need to take a time out. I mean, these two cards are basically saying the same thing. We have a napping yellow lab and we have a napping unicorn. So these two cards are basically saying the same thing. It's time for you to relax, rejuvenate, rest. And that kind of plays into openness and allowing it to happen. Because once again, when we're in our feminine energy, we're not pursuing, we're not chasing, we're not carrying all the burdens of responsibility. We're just kind of going with the flow and allowing things to happen. There's a certain amount of trust that comes with feminine energy, where you're just, trusting God with the situation and that kind of thing. So you just need to be open, go with the flow, allow it to happen, relax. Don't put so much stress and pressure on yourself. Because I think with you carrying all these burdens on you, it's been a tough cycle. And if you make the choice to just relax and allow things to come to you and not take on all the burdens and all the responsibilities, whether it's in a relationship or at work or otherwise, but for a lot of you, this definitely could be, once again, a relationship situation. But if you just kind of go with the flow and relax, the tough cycle that you've been in, where you've had all the responsibility on your shoulders, it's going to come down. It's going to relax, for sure. Conclusions are within reach. And since it's upside down, since it did come out reverse, what I'm getting from this card is you may feel like the conclusions are not within reach, which is why you wind up putting so much effort and so much energy. It's almost like you brainstorm and then you think to yourself, okay, if I just do this, if I just do that, if I just do the other thing, then I can find the conclusion here. I can make things right. I can, balance the scales here. I can, get things to a good place. So you may feel like the conclusion is not within reach, which is where this comes from. But in truth, I do believe that this card is upright in what is actually going on. Conclusions are within reach. It's not this. It's not in reverse. It's like that in your head. But I think you'll realize conclusions are in reach once you rest, once you start allowing things to come to you and just happen naturally, and that you're open to receive that. And there's a certain amount of trust in there that even goes to like the other person who's involved here with carrying these responsibilities, and in just like sharing the burdens of life and sharing who's going to be doing what and who's going to be putting in so much effort into the relationship. There's a certain amount of trust that goes to that other person. Like, do you really trust that person to rise up into that place, to be where you want them to be, so it's not all on you? And is that really a relationship that you want? If you're the one who's doing all the work, shouldn't they come to you at some point? So you gotta allow them to do that. You're not allowing them to do that if you're carrying it all for yourself. So be open, rest, chill out, let them come to you, and trust that they will. And it also may be a challenge for you because your emotions are probably running high. This is probably another reason why it sends you into this, I gotta push, I gotta do it all kind of a thing. Because when our emotions are running high, it's like, you just want to do stuff or whatever. But, calm down, relax, bring those emotions down a few notches. It's bad enough when you're PMSing or something like that and you can't help it because your hormones are all out of whack. But, find some time to rest, just chill out, do something to take your mind off of the situation. Of course, like prayer and meditation is good. Like they said specifically for this card, yoga or whatever, that's good too. A spa day. I don't even know if that's very realistic if you're watching this in 2020 because, 2020 is a mess. A spa day may not be an option. But the bottom line is do something that you love. Do something that you enjoy. Do something to kind of help take your mind off of things so you can rest, so you can be open, so you can allow things in, so you can let go some of the burden. Go for a walk outside, go to the beach. Spending time outdoors is good. Listen to some good music, maybe get in the car and just take like a nice long drive listening to your favorite tunes. There's so many different ways you can just like rest and de-stress. So, definitely do that. And we have the Four of Wands, of course. And the Four of Wands usually means, union, especially if this is a twin flame situation. It means union, it means coming together, it means marriage, it means, 11-11, like we literally have 11 here with the wands. We got two unicorns coming together. And look at this. Both of these unicorns are like presenting to the other one, like this little, branch or something like that, which to me shows that they are both sharing the responsibility in the relationship. They are both bringing something to the table. So you can have this. You can get to that. But you got to drop some of your wands here. Let the other person pick them up. Let the other person come to you. Be open and receptive to them. Allow them to have the opportunity to do that. They don't have the opportunity if you're constantly in that energy. So, you're stuck between two choices here. You can either continue to do this, or you can start resting and allowing that person to come to you. And if you do that, you can get here to your Four of Wands, 11-11 union with this person. So that's definitely what I'm seeing dealing with you guys. Seek and you shall find. I think if anything, what you really need to be seeking is rest. Seek some good, solid rest, if nothing else in this situation. You guys just kind of the overall note to you guys is chill out. You just need to take some time and chill out. It's okay to treat yourself, Go get some ice cream or something. Just relax. So that's what I'm seeing going on with you guys. I hope that this message helped. If it didn't flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did, let me know. Leave me a comment down below so I know if it was some kind of help to you. Otherwise, please give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that notification bell and subscribe. And by hitting that notification bell, you will know of new videos as they come out. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day, a fantastic day. Keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love.